This is Will with RaisingFour-X YouTube, and today I'm going to be doing a hand analysis of one of my biggest spots in a 1-3 game against a very capable opponent. Um, Let me just open this up. Alright, so the hand in question is at, well, I guess it's playing right now. Um, but basically, we pick up Jack Jack in Under the Gun 1. Um, and obviously, I'm opening Jack Jack Under the Gun 1. So a little bit about the table dynamic. So the main villain in this hand is on the button. He's in seat number 7 at this point, and you can kind of see him. He's in the blue sweatshirt. He's a local pro, very capable player. I've been involved with him a few times. A little bit about him. He kind of always makes sure he covers the table. So the 1-3 game at Bally's Blackhawk is a match the stat game. And yeah, so he's very aggressive, takes some interesting lines, and I'm really happy with this call. And I kind of wanted to make this video to give some more in-depth through my thought process and what eventually led to me making the call. Um, so we're under the gun 1. Under the gun limbs to my right. Older woman, probably not a good hand. So we bump it up to $12. My standard open in this game is $10, and then +2 for the limper. And we pick up a caller. Again, not a great player, probably not a great hand. Pretty much just dead money out there right now. So in my opinion, the button, he's a good enough player to like 3-bet like a vast majority of his value, and he should have. So I'm going to show this chart again as a button open, and for some reason the node on my GTO wizard wasn't allowing me to lock it into having multiple callers in front of me or in front of him. But again, against an under the gun open, we're expecting villain to show up with hands like 8-8, 8-7, 7-7, 7-6 suited, 6-6, and that's about it. Not a lot of 6-5 suiteds, not a lot of pocket fives. We're expecting to show up with a lot of ace-3, ace-4, ace-5 suiteds, which should be 3-betting a lot of the time, as well as hands that we absolutely dominate, right? So Jack-10 suited, Jack-10-0 at some frequency, 10-9 suited, which we block for straight draws. Just stuff like that, right? And obviously, top of range, aces, ace-king suited, kings, ace-king-0, even king-queen suited and ace-queen suited, and ace-queen off are all 3-betting at a very high rate. And this villain's a very capable player, so I expect him to be deviating from these sort of percentages a lot more than, say, the average player, right? So we can weigh like him heavily towards value, if that makes sense. So a lot of 6-6, 7-7, just calling pre-flop 8-8, 9-9. That could even turn into bluff at later streets. So yeah, we also pick up the big blind as a caller as well as under the gun 2. So the pot is big, and we go to a flop of the queen of spades, the 6 of spades, and the 7 of diamonds. And yeah, so I think that when it checks to me, obviously, I have a huge nut advantage on this board, right? I'm the only player in the hand that can have queen, queen plus. So I have queen, queen, king, king, ace, 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 king suited even, ace, king, O. So I decide to work, well, I've actually been working on donking in these multi-way spots to sort of clear out hands like ace 9, ace 10, ace jack. So just clear out some extra equity. That was sort of my goal with this $25 lead into pretty much the entire field, right? And it works for the vast majority of the people. So when we lead 4 ways to the flop, I just want to really get like those random overcards out. And if somebody calls, we can weigh them heavily towards like showdown value at this point. So queen 10, queen jack, king queen. Shouldn't have any ace queen, obviously. Yeah. So that was my thought process leading here. It's not really solver approved. I threw it in and it kind of said check at almost 100% frequency, but again, like I've been trying to take some more unconventional lines against good players, and it's been working out for me. So obviously on this flop, we expect villain to raise hands like 6-6, 7-7, and we anticipate draws to also raise like in position. So hands like Ace-8-X of spades that took passive lines pre-flop. We expect 8-9 of spades to raise at a very high frequency. 8-9 of diamonds probably is just flatting. 8-9 of clubs probably just flatting. Just stuff like that, right? So I'm as villain is raising over my bet here. He actually means to go bigger, right? So $60 what he raises to, pretty cheap size for me to call and see a turn card. Obviously get more information, but you know, I probably would have called 80 or 60. So when the turn comes, the seven, another seven, we can sort of rule out pocket sevens because obviously you can't be scared of quads when you're playing. And we immediately ruled out queen queen, right? So I'm the only person in this hand that could have queen queen. So the only hands that we're losing to here, or behind, I guess, are ace ace that slow played preflop. Again, very low frequency. He's probably not doing it, but it's possible. We're also losing to 6-6 and 6-7, and there's one combo left of clubs. Yeah, so my whole thought process on the turn is that nothing's changed from the flop, right? So if he's being over aggressive with king queen or king queen O, queen jack O, then we can definitely make the most of this situation, and even I don't know, like we're just getting cooler, right? If he's just overplaying a weak-ish top pair. So when he bets turn, he bets 82% in position of the pot, so 140 into 170, and this bet is just so polarizing. So we can rule out all of the offsuit combos of 8-9, leaving just 8-9 of spades. And that was the main hand I was worried about, I'd say, in this situation. It was 8-9 of spades specifically. Again, rule out queen queen, rule out pocket sevens because he probably doesn't have quads. Sixes are likely. Sixes would probably take a pretty similar line, and I think that's what he was repping, obviously. So yeah, so this bet here, the 140 into 170, it screams two things to me. Either he's bluffing with the draw and really wants me out of the pot, which, I mean, that was my go-to read, right? I don't think that value is raising in position, especially when I already proved that I can donk. So again, this is all going on in my head. I think he's heavily weighted towards draws, mostly spades because again, like I said, like 8-9, we can rule out all of the offsuit combinations. And so he's heavily weighted towards hands like ace x of spades that could be three betting pre-flop at a much higher frequency. So yeah, so jack 10 of spades, which we unblock without the jack of spades in our hand, which would also probably take a pretty similar line, sort of semi-bluffing flop with the combo draw, with the straight draw as well as the spade draw. And I like unblocking that draw, right? So again, I said in my video, and I'll say again, like I think if I have the jack of spades in my hand here, I fold turn. Or hands just like ace 10. He's also repping just like, or some of his bluffs include hands like ace 10, ace 9, just with the naked ace of spades, because I feel like ace 10, ace 9 of spades probably three bets pre-flop. So like value here again is just like a ace, pocket sixes, and very rarely we'll run into quad sevens, but we can rule out almost all of queen X and boats because this SPR ratio, like I only have $130 behind, right? So if he has a boat, he might even be checking back turn or betting a size smaller. So I ruled out all boats on the turn pretty much. Excuse me. There are two combos of queen 7 suited remaining, but this opponent, he's probably not flatting queen 7 suited. from the button against an under the gun one open, and a donk on the flop, right? So um, there's only two combos of it remaining, very unlikely. And it's one of the first hands he's sort of played in the last few hours. The first hand that I've been involved with him in this session. So again, like I just highly doubt that he's playing garbage like Queen 7 suited. Um, and also, he probably is a good enough player where he's not flatting Ace Queen. And not taking this line with Ace Queen, right? So because he's pretty much barreling into my uncapped under the gun range, right? So I still have hands. I still have the nut advantage, right? I still have Ace Ace, King King, and Queen Queen. So it just seems like a suicide bluff to me. It seems like spades that has equity and draws to the nuts, right? So 8-9 of spades, as well as Ace X spades. So finally the river comes, the 5 of clubs. And I'm pretty worried about this card, but again, like at this point I'm losing to one combo of 8-9, and it's 8-9 of spades because I don't think he bets 8-9 of a different suit, sort of unblocking 8-9 of spades as big as he does on the turn, or raises the flop. So it's the one combo of 8-9 of spades we're losing to. He doesn't have pocket fives because it's suicide to take this line with pocket fives. He doesn't have Queen Queen. There's one combo of 6-7 suited. And I'm unblocking spades, which obviously miss because the river's a club, with the jack of clubs in my hand, so I don't have the jack of spades. So he still has hands here like jack 10 of spades that completely brick. So yeah, so I decided to make a very um, I put a lot of thought into this, right? This is probably one of my longest tanks ever in live poker. And, if I'm running into ace ace or 8-9 of spades or pocket sixes, like I just tap the table and end my session there. But I decide to call, and he shows ace 3 of spades. So I ran this in the sim. I ran this in the solver. And the solver's nodes, like they kind of lock weirdly for me. The ace 3 suited against an under the gun raise is a flat close to 63% of the time, and it's a fold about 15% of the time, and it's a low frequency 3-bet. So again, like hands like ace 5 suited, much higher frequency 3-bet, ace 9 suited, ace 10 suited even. So and with the queen of spades out there, he can't have ace queen of spades, right? So I felt very comfortable making this call. I never really felt uncomfortable in this hand. And the way he just polarized on the turn, when he's repping such a thin value line, like he's literally only repping pocket sixes or 6-7 on the turn. And I'm fine making this call with jacks without a spade in my hand, so.
Wow.
You got 8-9?
Ace 3. Jack. What'd you have?
Jacks.
Jacks? I had 3 sevens.
Yeah, so that was kind of my thought process behind this hand, and yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this little hand history like debrief session, like just let me know. I can throw more solver stuff in here, but again, it's 1-3, so like the solver's not incredibly helpful, but just like the intuition that comes from studying spots like this got me paid here, and maybe could get you guys paid here. So let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.